Hey guys, this is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto taking a look at this Audi RS6. This one is a 2003 model, and so the first generation of the RS6. And that's the 4.2 liter twin turbo engine, putting out 450 horsepower through the Quattro four-wheel drive system. This is one of my favorite cars, and one of the cars that I kind of want to buy now that my Golf is sold. And I haven't actually announced it publicly. I sold the Golf just recently. It's going to Canada, and I'm sad that I sold it because it was really awesome. And I'm sorry, Harrier, for getting in the way. Yeah. And now I want one of these, but I'm still not decided if I want to actually buy one of them, because owning a third car is not something that I need to do. I didn't drive a Golf an awful lot, but I did really like that car, and I do really like this. And the 450 horsepower is thumbs up. And oddly, Porsche Cayenne Turbo has a 450 horsepower twin turbo motor, but that one is a 4.5 liter. This is a 4.2 liter. Kind of strange that two companies in the same family would use a different engine for the same means, but I guess this would have been right at the beginning of their sharing for that generation. Anyways, here's the auction inspection sheet. This was bought from an auction here in Japan. We're going to be exporting it to Canada, and I think the RS6 represents one of the best values in terms of performance cars at the moment, and you're probably going to see this as a more expensive car as time goes on. Right now it seems like it's near the bottom of its prices, and so I can't say exactly how much this one sold for. If you're interested, you can email us. We can tell you what the RS6 on average will cost you. Prices range a little bit. This one has 102,000 kilometers on it. Which will make it kind of on the lower side, but not the lowest side. And a lot of these have really low mileage here in Japan, and so that's one of the keys from buying it here. Love the carbon fiber engine covers. I usually don't like engine covers because I like a beautiful engine, but the carbon fiber is cool. I like how it says bi-turbo. I like the Audi sign and how V80 it looks. Oh, and my gosh, does this ever sound nice when you drive it. Okay. Quick peek at the car, and hopefully I don't get run over here. So the RS6 is the top of the line 6 series, 6 class. I don't know what Audi calls them, but it's basically like an M5 station wagon. You can buy these with sedan or station wagon, but the station wagon gets an extra 3 points out of 10 for being way cooler than the sedan version in my mind. I think that the sedan is great, but the wagon is extra great. Okay, and A6, S6, RS6. So RS6 is much better and cooler. And the 4.2 liter engine that you can get in the S6 is still really sweet, but with the twin turbos, it's sweeter. Okay, let's go over this. 2003. Oh, this is the auction and seller's notes and auctions notes and the body diagram. So let's go over it quickly. It's an auction grade 4, interior B. Sunroof, leather. Love the leather in this car. Love the seats. They look awesome. Alloy wheels, power steering, power windows, and airbag. Original gray color, 102,980 kilometers on there. Automatic transmission, but you can shift yourself with buttons on the steering wheel. Not paddles, but buttons. So this is purchased from user, first time at auction. Bilstein adjustable suspension, which is kind of cool. There is a little clunk. I took it for a test drive because, I had to. But there is a little bit of a clunk in this corner. I don't know if it's like a bushing thing or if it's a strut thing or whatever. I'm not sure, but you can hear it. It doesn't affect the drive though. Vehicle handles pretty well for being the size that it is. Recaro full leather seats in it. That's front and rear Recaro seats, and those are stock. Sunroof, Carzeria audio, toll collection box, mirror radar. So there's a radar detector in an aftermarket mirror cover piece. So the stock mirror is still there. Bose sound, that's the original, and I guess it sounds pretty good. I didn't actually test it out. Glass coating is the Japanese word for like ceramic coating, I think is what it's called, and it's like a thin clear coat that they put on in lieu of waxing the car regularly. They put this on, it lasts like 5 years or something, 2 to 5 years depending on the quality of it. Timing belt was changed and engine was overhauled, and so they would have history papers for that, which is kind of cool. Weird to have an engine overhaul at 102,980. I'm not sure of the reliability of this engine, but the fact that it's been overhauled means a lot of money, especially in Japan, was invested in this car, and so the previous owner would have been a rich daddy. Okay, so they also say it's a 4.2 liter V8 twin turbo. Okay, and what's this? Brembo brakes on it. Those would be stock. Cosworth technology. I don't really know what Cosworth technology is. And 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.8 seconds. My Golf was, I think, 6.8 seconds. Or this says 4.7. And so a good amount faster than my Golf would have been. Okay, and then report here is from the auction. Just these notes here. Seat side is wrinkled. I'll show you that when we get inside. Trim part, one part comes up. That's on the driver's side door. Interior scratched, slightly dirty, various scratches, dents, and repair marks on the car. We have repaint on the back section of both of these, W2, W2. The repaint was done very well. You can't really notice it at all. And the rest of the body is basically perfect other than a scuff on the front bumper, which I'll show you right here. As you can see, it's very mild and nothing you really need to worry about. Okay, and then that's it. It says windshield rock chip here, but rock chips are so small you can barely notice them. They'll be like 1/3 of a millimeter in most cases. Okay, so the vehicle just came in. It's still dirty from auction. It's going to be cleaned before it gets exported, as all the cars for Canada need to be. The car looks great. I love fast station wagons. I'm so sad that BMW didn't make more of the station wagon version of the M5. The E30... Which version of it? It's an E34 that they made an M5 station wagon of, and I love it. But they only made like 2,000 of them. But this is good. Very good. And Audi is cool because they've always been all about the station wagons. Like the RS4, strangely, the RS4 is 60% more expensive than this car is. I'm not sure exactly why that is, but it could be because a sporty car, people want it to be a little bit smaller. But I have to say, I quite like the size of this, especially the interior. If you've got kids, and kids not like my kids that are going to take care of the interior of something like this, I would cry every day with French fries underneath the car seat. And if you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, a little bit more aggressive looks on the front. You get wider fenders. See there? On the RS6. I think you get different suspension bits to give you arms that actually take advantage of those wider fenders. Tires are super meaty at 255. That's a really wide tire for, well, basically any type of car. And then stock 19-inch wheels. You can see a lot of brake dust on there. I bet you these brakes shed the brake dust like crazy because it's a heavy vehicle. There are big brakes on there, and a nice soft brake pad is going to slow you down really well, but it's not going to last very long. But it's gonna send out a lot of brake dust. You can actually push it off with your finger. Okay, tires are a 2015 tire. They're down to about 30% tread, front and rear, a little bit less on the rear than on the front. The Audi Quattro system is cool because it's 50-50 split. Oh, does that ever look good? Still has the Japanese plates on it. This car used to be a Nagoya car. Yes, and I do very much like the RS4. I would probably like the RS4 better, but compared, like if you were to spend that amount of money, you can get a really, really nice RS6. So I don't know. Same generation, and considering how much they cost, I'd buy this one over the RS4. Okay, so here's the liner coming up. There's actually repair marks on this, like they've used some sort of a product to get rid of the wrinkles or to dye it back into shape. Appropriate color and appropriate shape that fills in the cracks. And the same thing has happened to the driver's seat here. Let me just move it back a bit so that you can see better. So those are the stock Recaro seats. You can see it says Recaro right here. So everybody knows how cool you are. Usually I try to say positive things in this video, but I also want to be honest. The Golf R32 seats are better than these. I'm sorry, the person who bought this car. These are good seats, but the R32 Golf seats are amazing seats. Okay, so these are heated, and the back ones are heated. Very cool. Steering wheel's in good shape. Floor mat has the RS6 worn off. If it were my car, I would get a new floor mat, because that would bother me. It also says S-Line on the pedals. Oh, and look at this. Oh, I just found secrets. I don't know what these do. Oh, these are just switches for these 4 sockets. Oh, that's much more boring than I wanted it to be. Okay, nice carbon fiber there. I'm gonna get in because I don't want someone to hit the door. But everything in here seems to work properly, except it's a little bit dim in the corners. See the S in stationary? It's a little bit dim. It's actually dimmer in real life than it shows up on this camera. Okay, but the AC works, that's good. Extra scratches here and extra scratches here, a la basically every German car. Folding mirrors works. You flip it down and that folds them. Flip it up. Okay. Climate control AC, left and right get their own stations. I don't think the rear gets its own temperature. Heated seats are the same as Volkswagen. Pretty simple. Okay, going to go into the back. Oh, I'm going to show you my favorite. Oh, love the headliner. The color of it matched with the gray seats is so nice. And then this one here goes like that. You can tilt it up by pushing here. Wow. Or you can put it down. Wow. Or, watch this. I want to open it 30%. And then it's going to open 30%. Well, maybe I did it a little bit more than 30%. But one thing that really bothers me about a sunroof is you have to sit there holding the switch to the moment that you want it to be open, if you don't want it to be open all the way, because a lot of them will have a setting where you can open it all the way just by pressing it once. But that one you can set exactly how much open you want. Hello Land Cruiser that's lifted. Hello Surf. Hello Cayenne, Defender, Cappuccino, and a cool 80s Acti. Back seats. Okay. RS6. Lots of room, easy to get in. Very nice. Back seats say RS6 on them and Recaro. Very cool. I usually put my seat in a pretty far back position. This one here is the appropriate position for me. Gives you appropriate leg room for people with long legs like I have. And so that's good. You get your own AC vents here. You get your own thingy. I don't even know what this does. Gives you cancer, that's what it does. Ooh. Okay, and heated seats in the back, which is great for Canada. One time I sold a car to somebody in one of the African countries. I can't even remember where it was. And then I was like, oh, this car has heated seats. That's cool. And he's like, when am I ever going to use heated seats? Good point. Little first aid kit in there. Kind of a weird location for a first aid kit. This is a skis through. This one here is a bag, and you can put your skis through this section if you want to be alpine skiing. That's the target market for the RS6, perhaps. A lot of the Volkswagen headliners do this. A lot of them. And basically everyone. BMWs do, Mercedes does, Volkswagen does, Audi's Volkswagen, and so that's fun. I don't know about the modern Porsches. The old Porsches don't do that. We don't buy enough of the 996, 997 generation to really know them that well. Oh, I'm setting off the back sonar. Okay, so lots of room in here. This is about 2.5 times the trunk volume of the Mark IV Golf 32 that I had. That's annoying, look. Sorry, here, I'll put my legs between them. Ah, oh, no, not good enough. Very Volkswagen-y. I don't know. Yeah, okay, that's annoying me, so I'm gonna step away from the back. That's basically the walk around here. I wish it were my car, but it is sadly not my car. But I also don't want to spend like $5,000 a year on car maintenance and parking and registration and all the other fees, and so I'm gonna be carless for a little bit, it seems like. Anyway, cool car, going to Canada. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. I don't know why I said that. I never say that. It just came to mind. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. If you have questions, post them in the comments or check us out on our website. We are still really busy with inquiries, and so please do be patient. If you're going to be emailing us, it will take a few days to get a reply at the moment, but hopefully we're going to be speeding that up pretty soon. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.